As I learned how enormous the climate crisis was, how it was already happening now, and how interconnected it is to so many other issues like racial justice, poverty, political corruption, education, violence, migration, the idea for this book was born. But the more I learned, the more I got really freaked out.
Meanwhile, I had recently finished writing a book about environmental issues in India. And this was me sitting at my computer at Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I realized that every single issue I cared and wrote about, wild animals and old trees, healthy food and clean water, the lives of marginalized people struggling to survive, all threatened to get so much worse because of climate change. Each new story I'd work on would teach me more about how bad things were getting.
I was drawing and drawing,
And I was reporting and writing.
but too often it didn't feel like it was enough.
We weren't alone. And then that leads into a whole interlude about what to do about ecological grief or eco-anxiety. And so we explore that, and we explore like biodiversity lost being part of that equation. And then so we talk about trees and animals and birds. And then we like lead into the last part of that section. Know that you're not alone in how you feel. Seek out help and find your community.
Yes, and remember that sometimes the best antidote to despair is to get up and act.
Because hope is not a noun, an object you either have or lack.
Hope is a verb, an ongoing process of action as you and others by your side work toward creating the world you want to live in. Not just fighting against, but fighting for. There's no moment when the work is done, but in doing the work together, that better world emerges.
And then we have a quote from author Rebecca Solnit. Hope is not a lottery ticket you can sit on the sofa and clutch, feeling lucky. It is an axe you break down doors with in an emergency. And then we end with the moment you want to curl up in a fetal position and hide could be just the moment to stand up and then we lead back into Jamie's story.
Thank you. And how she takes action in so many different ways.
Yeah. And that's really like, so, even though there's like some dark things that are being conveyed in the book and through the stories of what the youth experienced in their own lives, we really end with a whole bunch of ways that people can act. And so there's solutions are, the really hopeful thing is that like, we know exactly what needs to be done. We need to stop burning fossil fuels and create systems that work better for